Will Mercyhurst win its first in 12 years? Chris Ryler, head coach, said to us this week, it's been 2000 forever since we've been to the championship game. Not quite that long. It has been a while. And now the Lakers are back. Powerful teams set to go head-to-head. One will emerge as national champion here today. Shawn Doran, a midfielder, also gets a lot of action on the first midfield, not just a Fogo. He's a high-scoring mid. He wins up to stop. His head coach told us this week, Greg Paradine, face-off win. Initially, LR had it. Let's take it back by Mercyhurst. Good wing play, and the Lakers bring to the offensive end here, trying to get things set up and tie the game. Braden McClure Huff on the board. Did not start in the semifinal win for LR, but did have 2 goals. It was 2-0 for 2. And the Bears have the face-off win to build on their momentum. And the ball right back in the stick of Lenoir-Rhyne here, up by 2. A couple unassisted goals from Boss and Huff. We look at this level, I'd say pretty well so far, with a 4-0 doorstep goal and a quick stick tally. How about that? And what the Lakers do now in response will be interesting. That shot in transition is off target. It is backed up by Mercyhurst and Miles.
And he puts it over the shoulder of the Mercyhurst goaltender. Great individual effort by Reese.
What a start. Shawn Doran, player of the year, All-American, face-off midfielder, 14-25 in the semifinal win for Mercyhurst over Lemoyne and Syracuse. A much-needed draw victory at the face-off dot at midfield. Miles Hammond Company, the senior Harvard transfer who is just a fantastic talent. He's got 53 goals, Dixie, this year and 67 points, taking 137 shots. So number 4 in white has got to get going here.
He does. Not bashful at all. You've been jumped, and you've already used the times. Who roofs it? Beautiful shot. All Bears in the early going.
Wing play effective this time from Morley. 14 in white grabs the ground ball off the wing for Mercyhurst. Down by half a dozen. Game. A little more history here as you break down these 2 programs. Trying for their first ever title. Lost to Lemoyne 2 years ago in East Hartford, Connecticut for their first ever title game appearance. But Greg Paradine told us this week, Dix, he felt very confident the way the year has gone and the tough sort of chip on their shoulder mentality. All those miles, 1,913 bus miles for this program, Mark, traveled all around the South to win the region and then get to Philadelphia.
Sounds like your Delta miles. Your frequent flyer, the tall Pensabene, and Mercyhurst is on the board.
Mancini and Doran will go head-to-head face-off dot here. Shawn Doran at 14-25 in the semifinal win for the Lakers over Lemoyne with 6 ground balls. He's also a threat to score, as we talked about, was 1-1 for 2 in that game. Had an early goal and a setup. Face-off violation, LR. So here's Mercyhurst again with a chance for back-to-back jacks. And Braden McCard. He's a junior from Baldwinsville, New York. Everybody's getting in on the act. Nate Ashley did not even have a ground ball in the semifinal win over Limestone for Lenoir-Rhyne. Forget a goal. It's a down-low defensive player who rarely crosses the midfield line. Just his second tally of 2023. But you're right, juice goal. Anytime.
Ball shoved down your throat, it is tough to save them all.
34 on the year for C, the D1 transfer from Loyola. 2 in the game. 2 for Voss, 2 for C, 2 for Reese. Too much for Mercyhurst so far in this one. Much needed face-off victory for the Lakers. And Hammond Company controlling the offensive end, trying to get going here.
Got to get something going. You got the first goal, a little bit of momentum. Get guys more energized, juiced up. But Lenoir-Rhyne, give them a lot of credit. They have shut the door on Mercyhurst so far here in the first half.
In Gianni.
And it's the first time you're mentioning his name. That is a good day for your lacrosse team.
Great point.
Half, and it's the first time we've mentioned his name. Sweep to the left, high heat. You know things are going your way when you have a second-team All-American, the caliber of Eccleston, the amount of goals that he scored, not just this year but throughout his career, and it's the first time you're mentioning his name. That is a good day for your lacrosse team.
Great point. 58th of the year for Torn Eccleston to make it 9-1 and the ball again on a face-off win. Matthew Mancini, head-to-head with the All-American and player of the molecules in a scientist lab. They're just going to explode and boil over. Well, there's been an explosion, all right, Dixie, but it's been on the LR side and not Mercyhurst so far.
Yeah, I mean, if this was in a classroom on a Bunsen burner, this would be a science experiment gone wrong for Mercyhurst so far in the first 24-plus minutes of this game. They have got to find transition game. Scores another pole goal for this Bears squad.
Greg Paradine told us this week that his defenseman, who scored a moment ago, is absolutely a beast, Victor Powell.
Interference. The goal wipes out both. So we will be at even strength for this face-off. Lenoir-Rhyne, though, continues to pummel and whack away at the Mercyhurst net.
33 shots, 23 of which in the first half, which still has about 2:40 to go. Dixie a bit on cage. 11 saves for Olney. Faceoff has got 5. Only the 1 goal allowed from Quinn Simonson. Assist from Lefebvre. That was way back with 30.
Who slips it into virtually an empty net because Olney was on the other side of the cage making that save.
Mercyhurst is coming off a semifinal win in Syracuse over Lemoyne, 11-10. Low scoring, great lacrosse game where basically every major.
Got a second team in Bogdane defensively. They are just getting worked in this first half.
From Wilmington, North Carolina, Kyle Hatcher. Aguilar, the helper. Most of the goals in this game have been unassisted, but it has been no problem. Now a 14-1 lead. Lenoir-Rhyne in the opening 30 minutes. Let's see if that changes in half number 2. Chris Ryan, head coach of the Lake Show. The Hurst train, as they're known, in Erie, Pennsylvania. And at least the face-off win to begin things from Doran. The All-American, as Dixie talked about, has got to come up big here in half number 2 if Mercyhurst has a chance at a comeback. It was 6-0 after the first quarter and 14-1 at halftime.
You know, again, Mercyhurst with 9 All-Americans. Miles Ham, a second-team attackman. Ethan Landamore, third-team attackman. These are the guys that are going to have to set the tone for you and try to score some kicks.
Mercyhurst. That stops another long run of 8-0 spurt after the 6-0 lead we talked about at the end of the first quarter. Face-off violation to Duran. So LR a chance here with a possession there first in the half field of half number 2. So Dixie, you play at the highest level. You've been part of each side of these games, I imagine, through junior high school lacrosse. Multi-goal scorer for LR in Jared Huff.
And when you have a lead like this, you're just trying to continue the domination to tell the team that's losing, you're not going to get back in this game. We're not going to allow you to get push call wiped out by the score. Mercyhurst with another tally. This is their equalizer, Doran. If they can score goals, he can win them faceoffs and get them make it, take it possessions. He gets pushed. That's exactly what happens. Mercyhurst is going to have to take advantage of this situation.
So Olney and company trying to clear up field here. And Liam Bogadane, team cap.
Ball up, Johnny on the spot, and makes no mistake about it. Whips it past the goaltender, Faceoff, for Lenoir-Rhyne. And I can see from up here, but I feel you. He's playing like he's 6 foot, getting to the center of the field and whipping it past Faceoff.
5 different goal scorers for Mercyhurst to storm back into this game. That's a little better after their really horrific start. Mancini, though, a much-needed face-off win for the Bears to
goal.
4-1 for 5. 4 of 6 shooting for Voss. See the hat trick. 2 Eccleston. And 2 for Reese. And a big day for LR. Face-off win. They're right back in the offensive end.
And that is where Mercyhurst has been able to come back in this game. Is chomp on the corner of the cob. Lenoir-Rhyne, the Bears are eating and eating well here in Philadelphia.
Shooting 17 for 41, Dixie, in the game. Now that's efficiency. I mean, they've been outstanding in this game today. Face-off violation. It's Durant. Then one more time possession to LR. Off another goal scored from Eccleston. It's got to be deflating for Mercyhurst, partner. Back in the game, thinking, oh, we can get this to single digits. We got the man up on the cross-check call a few moments ago.
Are rolling once again.
4 for C, 4 for Voss, 3 for Eccleston. And after a little light for Mercyhurst, snuffed out by Evan Voss and company. Face-off win one more time for Matthew Mancini, who's been really good in the face-off dot. Freshman, Middletown, Maryland. A transfer from Old Dominion. Has been really good today, head-to-head with Duran, the All-American. Or at least good enough.
Well, Duran was hot in the beginning of this second half, but now remember.
3 for 4 shooting, Dixie. 4 hat-trick plus goal scores in the game for LR. 3 for 4 shooting after 2 for 4 in the national semi-win in Gaffney, South Carolina over Limestone. So it's just pouring it on. Theme continues.
That's
all day long. They've been feasting, haven't they?
I don't know about you ladies, but that's the one thing that I haven't lacked since we've been in Philadelphia this weekend is
We've
eating.
had some great meals.
We have had some good chow.
Hopefully another good meal tonight.
I think my only disappointment is what John's pork roast is closed today.
Shawn Doran does win the face-off, the D2 Player of the Year. Here's Mercyhurst with a chance in tight quarters and a break. That's a Benny. Saw that one go past him for the quick moment, but stays out of the goal again. Now look at the breakdown here, Dixie.